Do you usually drive yourself around, or do you have other people that drive you?
Well, I drive a lot, and I have a friend, he drives too, at the same time.
Have you ever tried the public transportation in Delaware, like the DART bus system or any of that?
Well, I'm not getting to that point that I need it.
That's good. Do you usually drive yourself, or do you get rides with other people? Do you carpool at all?
No, I drive myself.
How much driving do you do?
I only drive about maybe 15 miles a day. I used to drive like 50,000 miles a year, but now I drive about 15 miles a day.
Have you used any of the public transportation in Delaware?
Yeah.
What have you used?
The bus system. My car was out of service, and I got around pretty well on it. I think it's a great bus service that they have in Delaware.
So you would encourage other senior drivers to use it?
Yeah, take the bus system.
So what made you decide to stop driving?
Well, when I started having my children, I quit. But I just didn't want to drive anymore. So I gave it up. The license wasn't too high. Back then, I think it was about $10. So I said, forget it.
So how do you get around now that you don't drive?
I ride the DART bus, and then I ride the center bus.
Can you tell us about those bus systems?
Oh, they are good transportation, and all the drivers are just as polite and just as nice as they can be. Can't get nothing out of them. I don't give them no trouble, and they don't give me no trouble.
Would you recommend those bus systems for other seniors?
Yeah, if they didn't have a car, I would. And I've been riding the center bus for almost 12 years. So I really enjoy it.
Good.
And I enjoyed coming to this center too.
So, how often would you say you ride the DART bus?
Oh, about once a month when I had to go to the doctor.
When you're not driving yourself, what other methods of transportation do you use? Do you carpool or use public transportation?
No, there isn't much. I go on bus trips occasionally through senior centers, but other than that, I don't use much more transportation.
So you usually drive yourself?
Yeah, my wife doesn't drive anymore, but I do most of the driving. We go to Florida for the winter, and I drive the whole thing myself. It's 1,000 miles down, and it's 95. I'm going 70, and they're passing me. But that isn't Delaware. That's other states too.
So you mentioned your wife. Do you give rides to other people who aren't driving anymore?
No, I don't cater to any other people, I don't think. It's mostly just my wife and I. Unless we're on a bus trip somewhere. We were on a pleasant trip recently with the senior center from Camden. Went to Branson. That's a real interesting, fun place. Ever been there? It's there.
Have to check it out.
Good shows.
Yeah.
Good shows.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to say about driving? Other people's driving?
Reduce the gas. We can't control that. But other than that, I can't think of anything else.
Do you have any tips for other senior drivers?
Just watch the other guy. Be very careful. And I guess that's about it.
Any of the public transportation in Delaware?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. My wife is handicapped, and we had bought her a card to ride on DART. But then I bought a new minivan, and she can, get in and out of the minivan real well. So she's never used it, but that's another good thing is the DART transportation. Excellent. I have no problems at all with them people. It's good. The only thing that my daughter had mentioned to me once was she used it several times. She says that they don't stop do as many as frequent stops as they should. So, sometimes you go to a bus stop and you get there right after the bus leaves. You have to wait there for another hour or so before another bus comes, depending on where it is. So, but that's not a big thing. That's not me. I don't use the DART, so I don't know about other people.
Okay. Do you have anything else that you want to say about driving or driving?
I don't think so. I think people should slow down. Especially get out there on Route 1, and that's like getting in Dover Down. Sometimes people fly on that road, unbelievable. I know there's shortage on the state troopers. They can't put state troopers out there on the roads like they should because they don't have the money to fund them. So, but they do whatever they can. That's good. The drunken driving thing and the stops they do for DUI and stuff like that are great. They do a good job of that. Other than that, no, I can't think of anything.
Okay. All right. Well, this has been great.
Okay. I appreciate you letting me talk.
Thank you for coming. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
So now that you're not driving around here, how do you get around?
Well, sometime I live with my son and his wife and my 3 grandchildren now. There's 2 left. And they take me, either I get the DART bus. I like DART. And when I go to the doctor, I get Generations. In the back here, they take me to the doctor. And
can you tell us about your experiences with the DART bus?
Oh, it's nice, but it's nice, but you got to make sure you book your appointments earlier because you will get there late, but they do come. But so just like you have to be there at 2 o'clock, so you want to be picked up at 12:30 to get there. But they good.
Tips for other drivers?
Follow the rules.
Have you used the public transportation in Delaware at all?
No.
You've never tried the DART bus or any of that?
No, because we live out in the country, so to get to the DART bus, I'd have to drive. So if I'm going to get in a car and drive to the bus, I may as well drive to where I'm going.
Tried any of the public transportation in Delaware, the DART bus system?
No, haven't had the occasion to use, but I think it's a great thing for the seniors that are a little apprehensive about driving or, need to get around. I've had people suggest that, in going from our area here to Wilmington or something of that nature. The only thing I see wrong with that is if you have a job, it doesn't take you door to door. The convenience of having your own vehicle and going from your home right to your workplace. If you worked in the city and you only had a block or 2 to walk, I think that would probably be convenient, but for a lot of people it's not.
Well, we're doing some things now to help senior drivers. One of the things that we're doing is building a website, and that's what this video is going to be used for. Do you use the internet?
No, ma'am. No, we've never had a computer system. At 74, you feel like you're, really have no need for it now. We weren't brought up with it.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to say about driving? Maybe some tips for other drivers or anything that you have?
Just basically, I think they need to be responsible and not text, not use their cell phones, and drive the speed limit and be courteous to other drivers. I think that's probably one of the best things we can do for our fellow drivers.